I'm from Moscow, from Russia.
What do you do? What do you do in Moscow?
I'm a freelance English teacher, and I have mostly one-to-one students and sometimes some groups, mostly adults, lots of business English courses, things like that.
Great. So here you are from Moscow in Strasbourg.
Oh yeah.
Doing your Delta.
Yeah.
So first of all, tell me why you decided to do your Delta.
Well, there are there are practical reasons. The practical reason is that I'm thinking of moving into teacher training one day. And I'll obviously need a Delta for that. But there is a much more important thing. I've been thinking about it. After your CELTA, which is the initial course, you sort of know how to do lots of things. For example, you know how you can present grammar and how you can teach vocabulary, like lots of different techniques. And then comes this period of survival. You have to survive in the classroom. And I think that I'm quite good at it, but there is a huge difference between knowing how to do something and know why you're doing it. So it's this sense of purpose that makes it fundamentally different. And I think that Delta is very good for putting it all together and building purposeful sequences of activities and lessons that actually lead somewhere, because I think that's very different. There's this period when you can when you challenge yourself and you ask yourself, can I do that? Can I try? Will this activity, I don't know, will it run? Will I be able to just I don't know, survive the stage fright and things like that? But then you have to, especially with business English, you have to give your customers something. You have to satisfy their needs in a way, For example, teach them how to, I don't know, write formal letters or things like that.
Yeah, it's a bit like, I think it's a well-known fact, isn't it, that when you come out of a certificate level training, as you say, you go into survival first of all.
Yeah.
And when that period of survival, finally you begin to really feel comfortable in the classroom, it's at that point maybe that you want to start asking some more questions about why you're doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
And maybe you could be doing it differently.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's not about the techniques. It's about a sense of purpose. And I think this is what I think that working on this LSAs, the assignments, is very useful, because you do a lot of reading, and then you try to connect the theory to the practice, and to do that in the classroom. So I think it's a fantastic course.
Right. Well, here you are doing at the moment your module 2.
Yeah.
Which is the meat of Delta. It's when
Yeah.
you come and you do the teaching practice, the observation. And I wonder if you could tell us a little bit about what have been the highs and the lows of doing module 2.
Well, I still have, to be honest, I still have lots of things to do, and have to finish up my essays and lots of different texts. And well, obviously the course is very challenging. I don't want anybody to get it wrong. It is very challenging. And well, I think that one of the highs is that back in Moscow, I realized that my students are giving me some very positive feedback.
Oh, really?
There's one example. I used to do a lot of listening comprehension in class, but it's only after doing my listening skills assignment that I realized that I don't really teach people how to listen. And now I think that I teach my students how to listen, how to be better listeners. And they told me that was obviously one of the highs. I mean, when I realized that things are going well.
That's great. That's fantastic. So it's like completing the circle.
Yeah.
You thought about something, you tried to change it, you changed it, and then your students give you the positive feedback.
Yeah. And as for the lows, I think it's just about the work that has to be done.
You've come a long way to do your Delta module, to do your Delta here in Strasbourg. As you know, here in Strasbourg, what we do is we split Module 2 up into discrete chunks of time over about 6 months. Not many centres do that. What are your reflections on how that has worked for you or not worked for you as a candidate?
Well, for me, that's I can't even say that it's just worked for me, because it's made it possible. Because for a freelance teacher, so basically I have my customers, and I can't tell them, okay, well, you have to wait for a couple of months until I complete my course. So this is, of course, this is very, very convenient. Obviously, that's very convenient.